Hi friends and welcome back to Life of Beard YouTube channel, and we are back in Beardkopia. It feels like a long time since I record this because I haven't done any recordings recently, even though the episodes have been coming out fairly regularly. Not as much as I would like, but we're going to try and keep going as long as we're consistent. That's the main thing. But anyway, we are back in the Withered Wastelands. We unlocked Bleak Beach last time. Well, I think a couple of episodes ago, but we did last episode we did some work over there. Now we're back over here. We're getting to the point where we've got multiple regions. I don't know if we can open the other gate yet. We might try that in a minute because I can't remember when that opens. So yeah, as you can see, I've got the Pokemon Center building. You just need a couple of, I think it's, I say couple, it's stones, it's spines, lumber and something else, and then obviously you need a group of Pokemon, which we've got all working on it nicely. Now this takes a day in real time, so this won't be finished until, so like now I'm recording this sort of early, well, late morning, so it won't be finished until tomorrow. So in the next episode you might see this, you might not see it. It might take a couple of episodes as I like to batch record, but nonetheless we'll come back to it so that you can see it when it's all done. I tend to forget about building these because I end up going off on tangents and building projects, and in this case we're going to try and stick to the missions. Like, you can raise the level of each land, so the 4 main environments, to level 10. We've got this level 5, which is what usually the professor requires, so we've done that. But you can go to level 10, which obviously unlocks more stuff and things. We are going to, oh, that's annoying, I need Charmander. I just had a thought. We'll come back to that into a second. Yeah, that's how you unlock your stuff and your things to make your place look pretty. So let's go over here. Yeah, we might end up going over a lot of things over again. I tend to forget, and then I tend to repeat myself. But as I found quite recently, a lot of new players are still coming to the game. There's still people that are picking up the game, you know, now, months after release. So I'm hoping that people will still watch the series, but also be sort of come here for tips and tricks, and they can still be useful. Okay, so we can open that gate, but we're going to open it, but we're not going to go through it because we'll do that in another episode. So my problem is I never know when the gate opens. I think you have to get to trainer level great, which is fairly easy to do because once you've got to sort of Bleak Beach, then you are that level pretty much anyway. So we will skip past that because we have got plenty to be getting on with. My main mission for this, I guess, episode is going to be showing you Drifloon. Now, Drifloon is sort of just on this little beach to the side, which is fun, and it's just kind of floating around. And as you can see, well, that's one of the environments. It does have another environment that it can live in. So, where should I live? So, I'll make you one. It's fine. We've got... Okay. We just told us. This is the one I was already in the process of making. Yeah, cool. We can do that. Don't you worry, Drifloon. So, follow me. We have already got the perfect area set up because I have the ability of foresight, having now completed the game and been able to sort of plan ahead. So we've got our 3 fireplaces over here. We are going to put Drifloon under here. So we've got Onyx down here. We'll get a couple of the other Pokemon that like the drier area, or areas, I should say. But first, this is what I was going to say. We need to just borrow you, Charmander, for a second. It's good that you can actually still have these guys follow you around when they're working, because they will just go back to work. Once you've got it started, it's not too much of a problem. So, we've got these already set down. We've already got a place. Thank you, Charmander. This will get us set up nice and easy. That's another habitat done. The Riding Warm something habitat. Riding Warm Updrafts habitat. So, as you saw, probably very quickly, because I was way too fast on that, then Drifloon has the speciality of Dreamland, which is what I want to show you, and this is going to really sort of the focus of this episode. So, we're going to move Drifloon in. That okay, yeah, so it does work. So now Drifloon lives here, which is wonderbar. So with Drifloon, you find these dolls around the map. Now these dolls have different links to different sort of dreamlands. Let's talk to Drifloon and see what he wants. Takes them someplace special, which, you know, I'm always showing my appreciation. There's so many humans around here. So, like, humans give me energy, you know. Human kid in particular. Very creepy, Drifloon. We're gonna sort of, like, forget what you just said there. You're so understanding, Ditto. I really wish I could, you know, pull myself out of this rut. You know, even if humans aren't around, I bet I could get a kick of energy from, you know, dolls that humans weren't really attached to. So, early on, we've already explored that area, but you will find, I think it's an Eevee doll over there somewhere. It's usually in the wall, just at the near bit where you break through, on that corner. But you can also find a Pikachu doll fairly easily as well. So, these dolls will take you to Dreamland. Well, they will take you to different Dreamlands. Drifloon will actually take you there. So... I want to make sure I do this the right way. So that, yeah, if you've already done that, it took me a while because I'd already gone ahead and ventured forward when I'd done this on my main playthrough. I was like, where the hell is this doll? It's because I'd already found it. So let's come over here, Drifloon. We've got you a doll. Are you going to... Or do I have to... Okay, let's split up. Oh, I thought I'd got rid of you. Okay, let's try this. Why you no work, Drifloon? Probably have to give him the doll. Oh, there we go. All I can fully remember is it's stored up inside. Hee hee. Flu. Gave me all that energy I need. Thank you so much, Ditto. How about I take you somewhere amazing right now? All very sus. Drifloon can take you to Dreamland. Or Dream Island. Exactly what you find will change dramatically depending on what sort of doll you find. That's what I was trying to say, and that they probably said it better than me, because words. So, yeah, you don't have to keep them down. But you'll put them down like that. Anywhere you can have like a little area or whatever. And if you click on it, if you interact with a doll on the ground to summon Drifloon, if you ever want to go to the Dream Island, call Drifloon using any doll. The Dream Island that Drifloon takes you will change depending on the type of doll you use. Try finding different dolls if you want to visit Dream Islands. I think there's 7 dolls. I think there's Pikachu, Clefable, Eevee, Dragonite, Arcanine, Ditto, and there's like a frog one, but I can't remember what it's called. It's not a Pokemon one though. But it's pretty simple. You just click on the doll. It doesn't matter where you place it. Drifloon will come to you, and then you can actually, it will take you to the Dreamlands. And as you saw there, which again I clicked way too fast, you have different resources. And it's very helpful, particularly early game, if you want Recipes, yes, but also you come across like buildings, you come across caves, you come across Pokeballs and stuff like that. So you can actually, like for instance here, there's boxes and sandbags, which you can steal, which we like to do. So it's good for early game resources. You can only do it once per day, as it said there, which again I skipped, but we're not going to go on too much about that. You always start at like a little building like this. There's always a cast form charm at the top. There's always a workbench up here. Like I said, you can steal most of this apart from the windmill on top. And we are in a very weird area. I don't think I've ever come across this before. Okay, so we're going to actually have to... I've not had to do this before. We're going to have to build to get across, which I don't like doing, but, you know, has to be done, particularly when we haven't got any of the other abilities at the moment. But yeah, it's very good early game to get resources. As you see, there's lots of seashell fragments, which I know we get from Bleak Beach, but there's twine, there's rubbish, there's stone, there's wood, there's lumber, and then there's also other rare materials, which we can see we're going to find. It's very, I say very hard, it's difficult to navigate early on because it is I say large, it's not a massive area, but it is it's quite a lot to cover when you've got none of your abilities, which like the fly ability or the surf ability, which hopefully we'll get fairly soon. But yeah, this is where you get a lot of your rarer resources, but like all this stuff you can sort of steal. It will respawn again, unless you obviously go to it again in the same day. You can only go to one Dreamer Island per day, but you can go back to that same one as multiple times as you want. I don't tend to do that. I tend to get what I need and get out, because I'm very bad at the game and probably don't utilize my resources as well as I should do, really. But hey ho, we are, that's that's how we play the game. So like here we've got some, hopefully we've got copper ore, but different areas will have different resources. Like you can get iron, you can get gold, you can get, you'll find places like this where you can just like little stall. I'll have that. We've got CD, we've got a CD rack, we've got a box, another box, we've got a fire pit, and we've got lumber, and we've got this stardust, which I don't actually remember what it does, so this is actually a good reminder. For a star piece, if you give a star piece to a Pokemon who's visiting from another place where the Pokemon will give you a gift. This cannot be done with some Pokemon. If you open a Pokemon's gift at a vacant habitat, a new Pokemon will appear, the same species as Pokemon who gave you the gift. Okay, so that's good to remember. So if you're struggling to get Pokemon in your habitat, or if you want some help early on, then you can call on your friends using this Stardust as well to help you do that. Which is pretty cool. I don't have any friends that play this, so I'm not going to do that. So yes, I really am that sad. To be fair, I've made lots of new friends on TikTok recently. I've been starting to play this game over on Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, it's good to be able to take the flowers so that you don't have to wait for them to bloom. Later on, when you get the Magnemite ability, you can oh, is that dandy flowers? What are they? Not seen those before. Oh, seashore flowers. Just a different colour. Yeah, you can oh, we're gonna drown. We're gonna drown. No, we're not. We survived. Just about. Yeah, it's good for like picking up trees, picking up these like logs, which I like these, and I hate cutting them down to use them for lumber, so I try not to. But now that I know I can sort of duplicate them, it's very, very handy, because we can steal them, put them in our actual game, and make it look nice. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait, but we're gonna try and blast through some of these areas. So yeah, these are always worth going to. Obviously different areas have different stuff, resources. It's better than the word stuff. Like this I didn't even see this. So for the longest time I was trying to find iron beams. Well, I think they might be called iron columns, but either way I wanted them so I could make some cool places and get some cool Pokemon. But it took me forever to get any. You have to get the recipe from in the world. So this is where like this comes in really handy. You can get resources that you might not come across during your playthrough. But we've got traffic cones, we've got some tires, we've got some steel beams, we've got stairs, words, we've got wires, all stuff that you can use to make Pokemon habitats, or just make the current habitats nicer, or just to decorate your world. I like a box, I like a sandbag, I think they just look cool. I like building like little work areas. We're not going to smash this all down today, and I'm going to put these stairs back because I actually need these to get up top, because again I don't have certain abilities. I'm not even sure we can smash these yet. Oh yeah, we can. But yeah, I like the look of these. They look really cool to me. So, and I like the cones, how you put multiple down and they turn these like little, you can like little fence off these areas. Excuse me. So yeah, I was looking for these like red iron beams for ages on my main playthrough, and it took me forever to find them. Now they seem to be popping up all over the place. Perhaps it's just being mean to me. But as you can see, lots of useful materials. What I probably will do is grab some of this stuff and then come back for it later, so that way you don't see all the boring bits of me gathering everything. But we will get a few bits for now. But I wanted to try and show you some of the bigger dungeons. I say dungeons, caves, I guess you could say. Dungeons, caves, and stuff. But you can find quite a few habitats through here, which is awesome as well. So again, it pays to go to this area. You can do it, like I said, every day. So try and make that part of your list. Do your daily challenges to get your extra pennies, and then go to your dreamland every day to get your resources. And early game, it's a game changer. Like, I didn't really do it as much. Again, benefit of hindsight. But you also find legendary Pokemon in these areas. I don't think we'll find any here. Let's read this. Our organisation is implementing a new plan in the hope of overcoming our past mistakes. See below for details. This plan will require the cooperation of the entire organisation, not just select departments. So we ask that all members read on and make this their top priority. Interesting. So you get little story notes as well, but as I mentioned, you get legendary Pokemon. I don't think we'll find it this early on. I don't know when they sort of spawn. So make sure you spawn as much as you can. Well, spawn into this world as much as you can, so you can actually try and find them. Yes, like I said, you'll find Pokemetal ingots. You'll find rare Pokemetal ingots. Like I said, you'll find plenty of these Pokeballs knocking about. Oh, large rug. You can see here there's a lot of... Oh, new habitat. Let's just do this quickly and see what we get. Oh, that's the fighting gym one. That's cool. That comes quite a bit later from what I've seen. I've not found a way to get that any earlier, but, you know, maybe there is a way. More habitat information. Loads of information. So this is why it's definitely worth doing. But in areas like this, so as you can see here, there's some dried up bushes. So we will grow them. But stuff like this, we can get our rototiller out. just pick up the bushes instead of having to wait for them to seed or get seeds for them. So now we can go back to our world and just plonk them down. You do that with the grass, you can do it with the flowers, and then later on, obviously, you can get your Magnemite ability and just pick up trees that you want. Or if you've got enough Pokemon and stuff, you can 3D print stuff, but we'll get to that at a later date. But as you can see here, we are going to ransack this house. So this is where it becomes like a treasure trove. So we've got like a table. There's always a Pokeball in the corner. We've got a box sofa out of that. Take the windows. We've got this sofa. Can I take that? You can obviously take down the whole house, which gives you a lot of early game options, which is pretty cool. Like you take the doors, you take the tiles. Again, it's a bit difficult early on because obviously you're lacking the abilities, so it becomes time consuming more than anything, but it's doable. It's more than doable. And there's usually like two sort of places, so like I don't know if that scaffolding and the steel stuff over there counts as one place, but there's usually like a building and then maybe like an abandoned train station as well as the main building with the windmill on. So there's always that. There's always a bit up top which is sort of barren, which we were just at, and then there's always a cave, whether it has Pokemetal in it or not. I don't remember if it spawns every day or in every cave. You might have to do a bit more searching. I know you can force the spawns, but we don't do that here. We like doing things the hard way. So we just go with what's what. We'll try and bring you all the tips and tricks if we possibly can, but I don't know how professional I'm gonna be. It's me at the end of the day. Oh, I've got way too much. Okay, what can we drop? What don't we need? Probably don't need that. We definitely don't need that. Okay, so we've got Large Lost Relic. Wicked. So that is a little look into the Dream Islands, which is very handy if you're a builder anyway. Like there's plenty of these different plants about. There's plenty of just like, you know, rubbish and stone and lumber and all the different types of building materials. So it is worth taking your time out, even if it does take a while in the early game. I mean, if you're Tundra Fossil, if you like getting stuck into stuff, it'll give you even more things to do in this game, and there is lots to do. So yeah, they will change, they will spawn, so you don't have to worry about taking all the resources. They change they're sort of the same patterns, but they will respawn. So like I said, if you really wanted to, I think you can demolish the whole island and you'll end up getting a new one the next day. Obviously, if you go back to it the same day, you'll get the same island, so you'll be left with nothing. But yeah, that is basically Dream Island. How are we going to get up here? I must have found a way up here before. We're going to do things the hard way, because, like I said, that's the way we like to do it. Bow, bow. I missed this. Oh, God damn it. God damn it, and my looting ability. Foundations. Do I need foundations? Don't know if I do. Don't know if I do for now. You know, I don't need the barren soil. Don't really need the rugs either, but we're here for it. But yeah, as I said, when you get like Magnemite's ability and you're able to power up our other abilities, that's where the game really becomes, well, it becomes a lot easier. But we'll come to that very soon, because you can kind of blast through the game, which is what we're going to sort of do, and then leave the environmental building to the end ish. So we've got a bit more bit more freedom with what we do. Want to head back? Yeah, I do. Guess we can go then. So that was the Dream Islands. Like I said, it pays to explore. It pays to go to these things earlier, and yeah, Drifloon is very, very helpful. But we will go back to the Withered Wastelands, and we'll do 1 or 2 bits there, and then we might call this an episode. So we're back. They're still building. Like I said, that might take a while before that's fully built and you get to see it properly, but I will show it to you when it's done. We need to do a little bit of inventory because we've got way too much stuff. What have we got in here? I think we've got decorating stuff. That's another thing I will talk about, and we will do possibly even next. We've got different options we can do. We can either go to Bleak Beach and do a bit more work there. We can go to Rocky Ridges, which is the area we've just unlocked. We can go to Pallet Town, which is also another good idea, and that's why it's just reminded me, because I was going to say inventory management early on is definitely a good thing to be sorting, to be thinking about. Which is what brought me to this, because I was like, oh, you know, maybe we can actually do some inventory management now. But I'm trying to think and record at the same time, and that's not making very good content. So we'll just do like a little inventory management. We'll get rid of some of our stuff at the end. So that was a nice, successful mission. I think that was a pretty successful mission. We've got lots of good stuff that we can use. Do we have another table? We do. Okay, so we are getting to the point now where we need more space. So I can't remember what I've built around here and what I've shown you. Again, I will probably come back and do that in the next mission, well, next episode, as we sort of move forward. But I know I've done a little bit of terraforming around here. Like I've sort of set up this shed area ready to build. I've terraformed sort of around here. I don't think we've got many Pokemon around here. So we've got Goomy's house there. Obviously we've got Drifloon today, which is good. We've got the little rock cave. We haven't done much in Bleak Beach. We got, who was it over here? Was it? Oh, it's Volbeat. That's it. And then we've also got this bit in here as well, which I said I would get to as well if we want some early game electricity. But what I'm going to do is, because I'm waffling, we are going to call it an episode there, and then we'll come back. I'll have a think of what to do next. Like I said, we've got options. We can go back to Bleak Beach, go to Rocky Ridges, Pallet Town. We've got the area up there. We've got so much to be doing. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying the series, friends. I'm trying to get it out as much as humanly possible. So like, comment, follow, and subscribe. We are almost at 130 subscribers on YouTube. We started at 99 at the start of the year, so we're doing pretty well. All right, it's small numbers, but we're getting there. Anyway, I'm going to say bye for now, and I will see you in the next episode, friends. Have a good rest of your day. Peace and love, everyone. Bye now.